So for those who do not know, LeBron James' agent Rich Paul became the subject of conversation because of a rule change that the NCAA made, which, I gotta be honest, it was so stupid. But before we get started with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and push the bell for post notifications. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button as well. And last but not least, if you agree or disagree with anything that I said, hit that comment section and let me know your opinions. But without further ado, this is your boy David from NBA Knowledge, and let's talk about the rule that LeBron James got outlawed. Rich Paul is a client that is trying to extend his brand to the college level. So you know how NCAA, they don't allow players to come straight out of high school. You got to go to college for a year, or I think it's like a semester. You have to get like a 1.8 GPA. It is the stupidest thing in the world. It's obvious that they're just trying to exploit players because college basketball was falling off for a while as they lost LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard to the NBA because they went straight out of high school. So college basketball started suffering. So what did they do? They forced players to go to college for at least one semester, and all they have to do is get a 1.8 GPA. That is literally just showing up, bro. Just showing up gives you a 1.8 GPA. And for those who don't know how stupid that is, Ben Simmons went on the record and said the reason he didn't qualify for the Naismith Award is because he didn't have a good enough GPA. All you need is a 2.0, and Ben Simmons did not have that, as he had a 1.8 because he, by his own admission, I will repeat again, said that he didn't go to class after the first semester. And why would he? He was already guaranteed the #1 pick. He was already on the cover of Sports Illustrated compared to LeBron James. And when you're in a position like that, why would you want to go to school? I don't blame him at all. I would have done the exact same thing. He's already guaranteed more money than any other career that he would have chased. And besides, he's been training his entire life to get to this moment. So why wait any longer? As far as I'm concerned, players like Ben Simmons, LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, these are talents that should be able to come out of high school directly because it's obvious they don't care about college. So in the case of Rich Paul, he's trying to become a client to some of these college players to help them get some deals. But the NCAA had added some criteria for agents who wish to represent student athletes testing the waters for the NBA draft. This was their criteria: a bachelor's degree, certified with the NBPA for a minimum of 3 years, and take an in-person exam at the NCAA office in Indianapolis. That's got to be the most random and stupidest rules I have ever heard. Just because somebody doesn't have a bachelor's degree, they can't represent a student. That's got to be the stupidest thing I have ever heard. And I'm so glad that LeBron James called out the NCAA on this because it was really ridiculous. He actually tweeted, "Can't stop, won't stop. They big mad and scared. Nothing will stop the movement and the culture over here." And honestly, I'm so glad LeBron called them out. It's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. And the fact that they tried to limit what Rich Paul could do, the fact that they're trying to tell players who should represent them, just because they don't want Rich Paul to be involved with some of these players, it's dumb, it's stupid, it's idiotic. And honestly, I'm so glad they ended up changing the rule. Shout out to LeBron because it just goes to show that LeBron's power is huge. If he wants to, he can get the NBA to do exactly what he wants because he did it to the NCAA by getting that rule admonished. So why can't he do it to the NBA? He controls so much and has so much power over the game of basketball. And honestly, it's a good thing. It's for the better because a guy like LeBron, his voice is so powerful, whether he's talking about politics or the rules. It's as if LeBron can get almost anything done if he puts his mind to it. And to be quite honest with you, I remember I heard somebody say LeBron could have been the president of the United States if he wanted to. And honestly, I don't blame them for thinking that because LeBron, it seems like he can do anything. And the rule change for the Rich Paul rule, quote unquote, yeah, I'm so glad he got that admonished because it's stupid, it's dumb. And to add something like that onto a system that is so broken that players could get hurt in college and have no fallback because of how your rules are set up. It shouldn't be like that at all. Now, should your entire life be centered around just making the NBA and not having a fallback? That's a topic for another discussion. But regardless, you can't hold players in college against their own will and then tell them that they can't pick who they want to represent them just because they don't have a fucking bachelor's degree. It's dumb, it's idiotic, and it's backwards logic. You're already exploiting these players and now you're telling them what to do in terms of their own representation. Mind you, it's their own representation. Their representation doesn't represent the NCAA, so they need to stop forcing it. I'm so glad LeBron got it fixed. But that concludes this video, you guys. Let me know your opinions down below in the comments section. Also, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and push the bell for post notifications. This is your boy David from NBA Knowledge signing out. Peace.